Welcome back everyone to Missions 102, where we have reached Allegiance level 18, and there is another new chapter open to our storyline here. It appears that we are getting new chapters every 3 levels now, at least that seems to be my estimate here, so let's see what Prince Ingor has for us.
I have need of your assistance.
The Hall of Vernazal does look more lived in, does it not? Still, the hall has yet to truly brighten. It needs to be a shining beacon of hope to all those who venture to Gundabad. Perhaps the hall needs to feel more like the homes from which we have all come. Pine Seed, you must help us to give the Hall of Vernazal a more comforting touch, so it will remind us all of the hearth and home. Here, take these floor runners and lay them throughout the hall. Floor runners. Okay. Well, let's see how they look. Oh, how am I? How am I holding all these carpets at once? I have absolutely no idea, but alright, fine. I guess this makes sense. It does make it a little bit more homey. A nice, comfortable area. I would presume that I've got a pack mule next to me carrying all of this stuff. Alright, let's see. Here are some more runners right here. There's probably a suitable spot for them right near the door also. There we go. Good. We're gonna need to do some sweeping here. I'm not too sure how suitable this is going to be for with all these woodworking. Look at this. Look, I could at least have cleared away the pieces of wood before putting the runner there instead of just. Well, sometimes you've heard of dusting something under the rug. In this case, it looks like it was dusting it over the rug. Seems to be the more literal way in which I handle that particular situation. Alright, here we go. There. Over there. Is there supposed to be a way closer to the door that's going to have them? I don't know if these are suitable locations or not. Apparently that's too tight to be a suitable location. I think I saw a suitable location down this way. Down by the forges. A perfect place to put a carpet, right? Now, what's left? Upstairs? Or it can't be near the stream, could it? Well, considering some of the locations where I put them, it might be near the stream, but let's check upstairs first, since I'm closer to that. Ah, looks like maybe one on each side. Alright, and oh, and one right over here. Looks like I'm going to run out of carpeting before I run out of suitable spots. There you go. Now, let's get back to Prince Ingor and find out if this is it. Probably not. I'm sure he has something else for us. Put down more runners! That's just how many I thought you could hold. Yes, even though they are... Each one of them is about twice my size or something. Ah, okay, that's the mission given. Hello?
Good work.
The hall feels more like a home already. Now, what else is missing? Ah, yes, crystals! Upon reflection, I have decided this hall does not have enough crystal in it. What? It's almost all crystal! I have heard of a plentiful crystal mine in Gundabad where we can harvest some crystals for the hall. Go and mine some crystals in the hall for the hall of Vernazal. The Jaruka clan is counting on you, and apparently there are some corrupted monsters that are near. Is there going to be a bunch of corrupted wargs, I wonder? Well, I just hope they haven't corrupted the crystals yet in there, because then they'll be rather unsuitable. Well, let's go and find out. That does not look like a warg, that's for sure. Ah, yes. Arthropods. These carcinogized scorpions, or whatever they are. I have absolutely no idea what those things are. Well, yes, I know they have a mob name on them. I just try to classify them. But outside of being arthropods and likely some sort of arachnid, I have absolutely no idea how to classify those things. But maybe someday I'll figure it out. And of course, they just love these lacerations. Every time I fight them, I feel lacerated. Alright, so I need... Oh, okay, that one is a glowy one. Hi, tell which crystals are suitable for harvesting and which ones aren't. I have absolutely no idea, but somehow I tell. It says, oh yes, this would be a perfect crystal to be putting inside the Jaruka Hall. And none of those are. I think carrying these crystals is going to be tougher than carrying all those banners, or I should say runners, that I was carrying before. Let's see, what do we got here? That's one right there. Are there any others in the area? Nope, that's the one for the area. Oh yeah, really. This is a really stable perch I've got right there. Let's see. Just head on up here. See what I can do. Hi there! I don't know why I'm fighting this guy. He seems to be at the only location that has absolutely no crystals at it. And let's see, we've got a crystal, glowy crystal right down over there. Oh, and there's one right over here too. Oh. I'm walking on crystal. There we go. And I need to get 14 of these. Whee! How many bugs am I going to have to kill before getting to that? Yeah, let's go. Your turn. Good. Let's go with this. That's nice. Alright, that's 5 of them down. A few more to go. It looks like I've got... Yeah, I had the feeling I was going to get... Your turn. Problem is, it's hard to get a good look at them, to examine them, because whenever I'm looking at one of them, they're attacking me. Which makes it hard to get... Looks like that if I try to get rid of the laceration in combat, it must be... Maybe it's putting it on me immediately after I get rid of it. Because it says, oh, he's not lacerated. Let's lacerate him. So, that's a bit of a problem. That's 6. your Not sure what's going on here, why it needs 2 target rings on it, but okay. Let's see, let's head up here. This way? Oh. Good thing I had that little misstep over there, because it put me right in front of another one that I completely missed. Alright. Fine. What does this laceration do? 108 common damage every 3 seconds. Yeah. Well, fortunately it's common damage instead of some nasty type of damage. At least it's not poisonous damage or anything like that. Alright, that gets rid of that one. So this is number 8. Should be... Is that the lot? Or at least the lot for this room. Well then, does that mean heading on back up and finding the next location? Now I gotta remember how I got here. Whee! Oh yeah. All sorts of confusion up here, making sure that I didn't miss any in this room. Now let's see if there are any other locations that have harvestable crystals, since every room seems to have crystals in them. Alright. This way, this way. No, actually that's the entrance, right? It looks like I missed something. Oh ho! When I was back here in this corner, I completely missed that there was an extension down another tunnel. So I would presume that this is going to lead to another crystal chamber. It's going to be full of lacerating arthropods and crystals, and probably some mineable ones to boot. And maybe someday I'll find out what that corruption does that I keep on missing. Now, the corruption is the twist to this one. Let's see, because that one has, okay, shared corruption plus, looks like it's extra damage. It doesn't seem to be doing enough damage for me to care about it. Okay, it starts out with armor, then it has a broken shell, and then it goes to a corruption after that, it looks like. I guess it's similar to the Gredbig on how they start out with a shell. I'm talking about the workers, or whatever they call those small ones that seem to always start out with. Let's see, crystals. There is. Oh, I missed one as I was fighting all of those. Alright, that's typical. I need 5 more, and I'll presume it's going to be out this way. Is I'm going to have the joy of... Oh, now I get amethyst! I presume this looks like a chamber of amethyst now. Alright. Hey, you! There we go. And just making sure I did miss one, alright. Ah, yes. That delete key is your friend when you're looking for something. Fortunately, it doesn't delete what you're looking for, because that would be really bad if that were the case. Certainly not the most thematic key to be pressing for something when you're looking for it. But that's another matter. Alright, that's 11. We got 3 more. Oh, hey. You're confused, I see. Things were very, very questionable for a while there. They usually die before I get to remove the corruption. Alright. How about if I start trying to remove the corruption before? Yeah. In that case, the corruption removal skill itself is what kills it. But it looks like my ability to... Yeah, it looks like first aid is not reliable in removing that laceration for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, there is something down this way. I am just missing it whenever the purple crystals are glowing, it looks like. Let's see, what happens if I ambush it? That time I am seeing a crystal glowing, alright? Well, it's dead before it can attack. That's one way not to get lacerated. There you go, and now we've got one more of these. Oh, really? Really? Yeah. There's a reason why I call that monster exploit mode, because I think that there's some times where the monsters are just trying to make it impossible for you to use your skills, because you have to stand on top of them at a distance you don't like. I mean, okay, a champion wouldn't mind going on top of them, but whenever they enter anti-exploit mode, it's... Oh. Oh, a boss! Alright, she is furious. What she was furious about, I don't know, because I was too busy talking, unfortunately. But apparently she was furious. Yeah. Anyway, I guess she was furious that I was mining her crystals. Too bad. Plant crystals and implanters alongside Vernazol. Alright, well, that means getting back to Vernazol, of course. So let's get going, right? Good work in obtaining those crystals. Those menacing, Ukrash were no match for you. Prince Ingor will be pleased with your efforts. Come, let's return to the Hall of Vernazol with crystals in hand. Well, with as many crystals as I collected, I think I have those crystals in just about every single carryable spot I've got. Ah, here is an empty crystal planter. See how it looks afterwards. Yeah, much, much, much better. Now, are there any others that are empty around here? Ah, there's a counterpart near the woodworking side. There you go. Now, how about if I go upstairs and see if there are any planters up there, because I only saw 2 down here, though there might be one near the stream. There might be 1 or 2 near the stream and the like, but I suspect the bulk of them are going to be up here. So that's what I am going to be looking. Yep, there we go. So these are all over the place. Guess just find empty crystal planters and plant some crystals right in those locations. I presume there's going to be one on the other side there. How about here in the library? Ah, actually, yeah, right over here. I almost missed that one. Oh, that one has a banner. So you get a banner on one side and a crystal on the other. Very good. Ah, there is a planter right over here. And I'm going to assume that the next bit is going to be upstairs. Onto the 3rd floor. I must have a wagon with me or something like that. A wheelbarrow seems to be a little bit... Look how big these things are. If I have a wagon, maybe an entire wagon train following me along, that might just explain it. I think that's what every adventurer has. Sort of how an army tends to have their baggage train along with the army because you have all the logistical stuff that needs to go with the army. I will say that the average adventurer must have the exact same thing with them. It's just the game doesn't show them. Like, how often when you hear about stories of battles and the like do you hear about the baggage train? Okay, if someone attacks the baggage train, you might hear about it. But outside of that, nah, you don't hear about it. Now, where are the rest of the crystal planters? I was right that there was at least one near the waterway. There's not only one here, but one on the other side also. Then, I'll presume there is one downstream. Let's go up here. And while we continue hearing about the heroic tale of my baggage train that's going to have to navigate through that mess. They'll probably just go around the other way. And let's see what we have here. Nope, not over here. I was sure that there would be a couple down here. Ah, here they are. Right on either side of the bridge. And that means that there will be one more after this, probably down by the food tables, because I don't think I checked them before. And oh, well, looks like there are two of them here. Looks like there are more planters than there are crystals. Well, let's see what Prince Ingor has to say about that. At least the baggage train doesn't need to come up the stairs whenever I speak to an NPC.
Look around you. You can almost see the Gundabad that once was.
The Gundabad that once was, filled with life and beauty, as it will be again. Yes, I believe that we have accomplished much this day. Alright, good. Good. Here we are, some nice runners, crystals. The place looks nicer and nicer after each of these little chapters that we have in here, and I presume that there will be another chapter. My guess at this rate is that it's going to be at 21. I guess we'll find that out in the next episode of Missions 102.